The courtroom lights felt harsh, but even they couldn't outshine the glare of the headlines that had been swirling online for weeks. Teyana Taylor and Iman Shumpert, once celebrated as one of entertainment's strongest couples, had suddenly become the face of a messy, ongoing drama. Fans who once admired their love story, their music, and their family life were now watching in disbelief as everything seemed to unravel. At first, the narrative was simple: a breakup between two people who had once shared everything. But then the story twisted, and the new turn shocked almost everyone. It wasn't just Teyana and Iman anymore. This time, Teyana's mother stepped into the battle, and her move set off an earthquake across social media and the entertainment world. News broke like a thunderclap. Entertainment blogs lit up with red banners: Teyana Taylor's mom files new claim against Iman Shumpert. Within minutes, Instagram and Twitter flooded with reactions. Some fans were confused, others furious, and many were simply waiting to see what bombshells would come next. What could push a mother to step directly into her daughter's messy public split with the father of her grandchildren? The answer, insiders said, was rooted in years of tension, moments of betrayal, and pain that had finally boiled over. According to reports, the filing accused Iman of neglecting his duties as a father, putting his fame, career, and pride above the family he had once promised to protect. But the papers also allegedly contained sharper, more damaging accusations, claims that painted him in a much darker light than the public had ever seen. For longtime fans, it was heartbreaking. They remembered the wedding, the music videos that looked like love letters, the reality show filled with laughter and intimate moments. To see the same family now reduced to legal documents, angry claims, and public feuding felt like watching a dream fall apart in real time. The timing made everything worse. Behind the scenes, Iman had already been preparing his own court filings. He reportedly wanted more time with his children, more say in their lives, and fewer outside voices interfering with his parenting. So imagine his shock when he walked into court only to discover that Teyana's mother had joined the case with new allegations that completely shifted the focus. One witness described the tension in the room as suffocating. They said Iman's reaction was immediate: his jaw clenched, his voice dropped low, and he kept shaking his head as if trying to process what was happening. He allegedly turned to Teyana and muttered, "This isn't about us anymore. This is about your family dragging me down." That single moment made it clear: this wasn't just a custody dispute or a breakup. It had become a full-blown family war. Online, reactions split down the middle. Some praised Teyana's mom for stepping in. "That's what real moms do," one fan tweeted. "She's protecting her daughter no matter what." Another wrote, "If half of this is true, then Iman deserves to be called out." But not everyone agreed. Critics argued that her involvement only added fuel to the fire. "This is between Teyana and Iman," one user posted. "Her mom is making everything worse. The kids don't need more drama." And then came the conspiracy theories. Some speculated that Teyana secretly encouraged her mother to file the claim so she wouldn't have to do it herself. Others believed her mom was acting on her own after witnessing her daughter suffer for too long. Whichever story was true, the damage was already done. The filing was official, and Iman now had yet another obstacle in an already exhausting fight. That same day, paparazzi caught him leaving the courthouse. Gone was the confident athlete's stride, in its place was a slower, heavier walk. His sunglasses couldn't hide the frustration on his face. Later, a cryptic Instagram story appeared: black screen, white letters, just 3 words, "Family ain't loyal." The post disappeared within an hour, but not before screenshots spread everywhere. Fans debated its meaning. Was he targeting Teyana, her mother? Or was it simply an unfiltered expression of his own heartbreak? Teyana, meanwhile, stayed silent. No interviews, no statements, not even a subtle Instagram post. That silence spoke louder than words. Some took it as quiet support for her mom. Others believed she was embarrassed that the conflict had escalated this far. Friends close to her hinted she was torn. She loves her mom, and she knows her mom means well, one insider said. But at the same time, she doesn't want this to turn into a circus. She doesn't want her kids to grow up and see all this online. But like it or not, the circus had already rolled into town. TikTok edits paired old clips of Teyana and her mom with captions like, "When your mom rides harder for you than anyone else." Others showed happy moments between Iman and his family, contrasting them with the new accusations, as if to ask, how did it all go so wrong? Insiders also revealed that the tension between Iman and Teyana's mom wasn't new. Apparently, there had been years of subtle shade, behind closed-door arguments, and moments when her mom made it clear she didn't approve of how Iman treated her daughter. One particular family gathering was described as the breaking point, voices raised, accusations exchanged, and Teyana left in tears while her mom stood firmly by her side. From that moment, sources said, her mom never truly forgave Iman. The courtroom claim was simply the most public chapter in a long-simmering feud. Legal experts weighed in as well. Though it's rare for a mother to file against her adult daughter's ex, the court could still consider her testimony if it directly related to the well-being of the children. This isn't just background noise, one attorney explained. If her claims suggest a pattern that could affect custody, the judge will listen. That possibility sent shockwaves through Iman's team. To him, this wasn't just about protecting his reputation anymore. It was about protecting his relationship with his kids. Rumors spread that he was preparing a counterstrike. Some said he was collecting receipts to disprove the allegations. Others whispered he might air private details about the marriage to show how Teyana's family had interfered unfairly. Either way, the message was clear, this fight wasn't ending anytime soon. Fans kept asking the same question, who was telling the truth? Was Iman being unfairly attacked by an overprotective mother? Or was Teyana's mom bravely saying things her daughter was too afraid to voice herself? The answer wasn't clear, and maybe it never would be. But one thing was obvious, every filing, every post, every leak was only deepening the divide. What began as a breakup between two people had spiraled into an all-out battle that now involved not just Teyana and Iman, but their families, lawyers, fans, and millions of onlookers. And as one insider bluntly put it, this isn't the end. This is just the beginning. Once a mom gets involved, there's no going back. Because now, the story wasn't only about custody or financial claims. It was about survival. Emotional survival, mental survival, and the ability to stay steady when everything around you was crashing down. Could Iman handle fighting not just his ex, but her entire family, each person ready to defend her at all costs? Could Teyana remain silent while her name was splashed across headlines and her loyalty questioned? And most heartbreaking of all, could their children be shielded from the storm, or was the damage already carved into their lives? Through it all, one truth remained, the world was watching. Fans took sides, social media churned out theories, and both families braced for more revelations. The courtroom lights might dim at the end of each hearing, but the glare of public opinion wasn't going anywhere. And as the dust settled on this round of chaos, one thing was certain, the storm wasn't passing. It was only growing stronger.